You don't need a gym to stay strong. You just need the will to move. That may sound simple, but it's one of the most powerful truths I can offer you. You see, I've met people over the age of 70 who have more strength, more energy, and more confidence than folks half their age. And they didn't get there by lifting heavy weights or running marathons. They got there by moving with purpose, with consistency, and with heart. They found ways to build strength not through machines, but through motion. They discover how to unlock energy not with a personal trainer barking orders, but by tuning into their own bodies and respecting what those bodies could do. And most of all, they understood that aging doesn't mean slowing down. It means showing up differently. We've been sold this idea that staying fit has to involve memberships, equipment, classes, and complicated routines. But I want to challenge that today, because if you're watching this, chances are you've already tried some of that. Maybe you've even felt frustrated by the noise, the pressure, or the feeling that you have to keep up. I want you to know right now, you're not behind. You're right on time. And you don't need any of that fancy stuff. What you need is already inside of you. The desire to feel better, move easier, and stay independent. That's the core of fitness after 50. It's not about looking a certain way. It's about living a certain way. This video isn't about pushing you to the brink. It's about pulling you back to the basics. It's about reconnecting with your body, one breath, one stretch, one movement at a time. I want you to feel at home in your body again. And what better place to do that than in your actual home? No bright lights, no loud music, no mirrors judging your form. Just you, your space, and a willingness to begin. Maybe that beginning feels small today. A gentle shoulder roll, a deep breath, a walk to the mailbox. That's more than enough. Because every strong journey starts with a single honest step. Now, if you've been feeling stiff lately, if you've noticed your balance isn't what it used to be, if your energy drops in the afternoon, or sleep feels restless, or if your knees ache just a little more than they used to, those are not signs of weakness. Those are signals. Your body is whispering, pay attention. And the good news is we're going to respond, not with punishment, not with judgment, but with care, patience, and movement, because movement is medicine. And after 50, it's one of the most powerful choices you can make. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt truly strong? Not just physically, but inside too? When was the last time you trusted your legs to carry you, your balance to steady you, your breath to calm you? I promise you, those feelings are not lost. They're still there. They've just been waiting for a reason to come forward again. And this right here, this moment, might just be that reason. Everything we do from here on will be simple, clear, and doable. You won't need a treadmill. You won't need dumbbells or yoga mats. Unless you want them, what you will need is something far more valuable, your own attention, your own curiosity, and your willingness to be kind to yourself. Because this isn't about fixing anything. It's about supporting yourself. It's about building a life where you can bend down and tie your shoes without groaning. A life where you can reach for the top shelf without pulling a muscle. A life where you can keep walking with your grandchildren, gardening in the yard, or traveling without worrying about whether your back will hold up. That's what we're building here. Not muscles. Freedom. And the best part? You don't have to do it alone. I'm going to be here with you every step of the way, talking you through moves, reminding you to breathe, showing you how to adapt each movement for your body, your joints, your pace. We'll stretch together, strengthen together, move together. You'll never hear me say, no pain, no gain. That's not our motto. Our motto is, slow is strong, gentle is powerful, and consistency beats intensity every time. Now, some of you watching might be thinking, but George, I've never really exercised before. Or maybe it's been years. To that I say, great. You're exactly where you need to be. There's no shame in starting now. In fact, it's courageous. And others of you might be thinking, well, I used to be active, but things hurt now. I have arthritis. My knees aren't the same. And that's real. That's valid. But it doesn't mean the story is over. It just means the script needs adjusting. We adapt, we modify, we listen. That's how we move forward, wisely, gently, and without force. This video is going to show you a path, not a program. A path you can walk daily, no matter your schedule, no matter your fitness level. We'll begin with stretching and mobility, because when the joints move better, everything else follows. Then we'll build functional strength, not through lifting, but through using your own body and household items. We'll get the heart pumping with easy cardio you can do in your living room. And we'll talk safety, because the only workout that works is the one you can keep doing. We'll also talk about something most videos skip, recovery, because after 50, rest is part of the work. And I want to be clear, you don't need to do everything perfectly. There's no gold medal at the end of this. This isn't a competition. It's a relationship between you and your body, one that deserves patience, respect, and a little daily attention. The results? They'll speak for themselves. You'll walk taller, sleep deeper, move more easily, and maybe, just maybe, you'll feel proud of what your body can do again. So take a breath. Let go of any guilt you've been carrying. Set aside the idea that fitness is only for the young. You're not too old. You're not too stiff. You're not too late. You're just getting started. And you're going to do it your way, in your own space, on your own terms, with guidance, with heart, and with the full belief that your best days aren't behind you. They're just beginning. Now let's move. Together. Let's start by getting to the heart of why movement matters, especially after 50. Because this isn't just about toning muscles or losing a few pounds. This is about protecting your independence. This is about waking up in the morning without aches that keep you from enjoying your day. This is about having the energy to live the life you've worked hard to build. Movement becomes less about how we look and more about how we live. And after 50, that shift isn't just helpful, it's essential. As we age, our bodies begin to go through natural changes. Muscle mass starts to decline, balance can become a bit more unsteady, joints don't recover as fast, and flexibility starts to fade if we don't actively maintain it. None of that means you're broken. It just means your body is asking for attention. It's asking for you to move, not with intensity, but with purpose. It's asking you to help it stay mobile, strong, and supported. Because the body, like any well-loved machine, doesn't wear out from use. It wears out from neglect. Here's what I've seen with my own eyes. People well into their 60s, 70s, even 80s who can walk longer distances than folks in their 30s. I've met retirees who do squats every morning just to keep their knees healthy. They're not bodybuilders. They're not athletes. They're simply people who decided that staying active wasn't optional. And do you know what's fascinating? Most of them didn't have an elaborate fitness plan. They just moved. Every single day. They understood something that many younger folks overlook. That movement is the key to longevity, clarity, and peace of mind. I once knew a woman, let's call her Margaret, who didn't start moving seriously until she turned 62. Before that, she worked an office job, spent long days sitting, came home exhausted, and didn't think much about exercise. But after retiring, she found herself waking up stiff, tired, and anxious. Her doctor told her to start walking and doing light stretches. At first, she resisted. She didn't see the point. But one morning she stood up and nearly lost her balance. That was her wake-up call. So she began with 5 minutes a day. That was it. 5 minutes of walking around her home, moving her arms, gently stretching. It didn't feel like much, but within weeks, something shifted. Her energy picked up. Her joints started feeling looser. Her sleep improved. A few months in, she was walking 30 minutes a day, feeling stronger, more focused, and more alive than she had in decades. And she never went to a gym. That's what small, intentional movement can do. Science backs this up too. Physical activity helps reduce inflammation in the body. It increases blood flow to the brain, which keeps your mind sharp. It improves cardiovascular health, which keeps your heart strong. It regulates hormones, improves mood, and reduces stress. It even boosts immune function. Movement is medicine, plain and simple, and unlike a pill, it doesn't come with side effects. Unless you count better sleep, improved digestion, and more stable moods as side effects, then sure, it's loaded with them. One of the most overlooked benefits of regular movement is what it does for your joints. When we stay still for long periods, sitting in a chair, lie on the couch, driving, watching TV, our joints begin to stiffen. It's not age that causes that stiffness. It's inactivity. Joints are meant to move. They're lubricated by motion. Imagine a door hinge that never gets used. It rusts, but a hinge that's moved regularly, it stays smooth. Your knees, hips, shoulders, and spine work the same way. A few minutes of intentional movement a day can keep them working beautifully for years. Another major reason to move is bone density. After 50, especially for women, bone density begins to decrease. That can lead to fractures and breaks if we fall. But the body is smart. When we apply resistance through strength training, walking, or simply climbing stairs, the bones respond by becoming denser. They get stronger because they're being asked to do something. It's never too late to slow down bone loss. In fact, many people reverse it by introducing simple, safe strength-building routines. And we'll get into that later in this video. Let's talk about mood for a minute, too, because movement isn't just physical, it's deeply emotional. When you move, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and serotonin. These are the feel-good hormones. They reduce feelings of anxiety and depression. And more importantly, they give you a sense of accomplishment, even if all you did was march in place for 10 minutes. That feeling, that spark, is powerful. It reminds you that you're capable, that you have some control over how you feel, even on tough days. I've had viewers write to me saying, "George, I didn't realize how much my lack of movement was affecting my sleep and my mood." And it's true. Being sedentary can make us feel heavy, not just in our bodies, but in our minds. But even a little bit of daily motion can lift that heaviness. You start to feel more alert during the day and sleep deeper at night. You wake up with fewer aches. You find yourself in a better mood without even trying. It's not magic. It's just the body responding to what it was designed to do. Now, let me say something very clearly. Sitting still isn't a personal failure. Life makes it easy to sit. Technology, comfort, routine, it all encourages stillness. And when your body starts to feel a little off, it's tempting to sit even more. But stillness breeds more stillness. The longer we don't move, the harder it becomes to start again. That's why today, not tomorrow, not next week, is the best time to begin. You're not trying to undo years of stillness in one day. You're just making a decision to add a little more motion into your life starting now. That decision alone can change the entire direction of your health. Let's also talk about the risks of not moving. And I don't say this to scare you. I say it because the truth is powerful. When we stay sedentary, muscles atrophy. That means they shrink, especially the muscles that keep us upright and balanced, like the core and the legs. That increases the risk of falls, which is one of the leading causes of injury among older adults. Sedentary behavior also slows down digestion, increases the risk of diabetes, raises blood pressure, and contributes to feelings of fatigue and brain fog. The good news? The moment you start moving, even gently, you begin to reverse those trends. Every single system in your body benefits. Every single one. So, how do you fight back against a sedentary lifestyle? Not with punishment, not with guilt, but with tiny moments of movement that you stack over time. That's how the most successful people I've seen do it. They don't try to overhaul their lives in a week. They pick one or two movements. They do them daily, and they build momentum. That momentum grows into confidence. That confidence becomes habit. And that habit becomes their new way of life. Some people think, I'm too tired to move. But often, the fatigue comes from not moving. It's a strange thing. Energy begets energy. The more you move, the more energy your body produces. Even if it feels hard at first, stay with it. Do what you can, rest when needed, but always come back to movement, even in small doses. A walk around the house, a stretch during a TV commercial, a few shoulder rolls before bed. It all adds up. I want you to think of fitness not as something separate from your life, but as a thread you can weave into your day. It's not a 1-hour workout that makes the difference. It's the 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, the consistent decision to care for yourself a little each day. That's the path to vitality. That's the path to staying independent, being able to get out of a chair without help, climb stairs with ease, carry groceries without strain. Those are the victories that matter. If you've ever thought, I'm just getting old, there's nothing I can do about it, I want to tell you, that voice is lying to you. You're not too old. The body is incredibly adaptive, no matter your age. It wants to heal. It wants to be strong. It just needs you to give it the opportunity. And that opportunity starts with something as simple as stretching your arms, standing up with purpose, or taking a few deep breaths while you move your shoulders. That's how it begins. Fitness after 50 isn't about turning back the clock. It's about honoring the body you have today and making sure it supports the life you still want to live. It's about saying, I may be aging, but I'm not going down without a fight. It's about choosing strength, mobility, and freedom, even if you start small, especially if you start small, because the smallest movements, done daily, become the strongest foundation. And remember, you're not alone in this. You've got people like me walking alongside you, people who care, who understand, who've seen the impact movement can make. I've seen it in the eyes of people who thought they were too far gone, only to discover they were just getting started. And I believe the same for you. You've taken the first step by showing up here today. And that's not nothing. That's everything. Let this be the moment you say yes to your body, your strength, your life. We're in this together. Let's keep going. Let's talk about the most important foundation of fitness, movement. It might sound simple, but I promise you, when it comes to staying mobile and strong, there's nothing more critical than stretching and mobility. This is where everything starts, whether you're 50 or 80, whether you're active or just beginning your journey. Your body at every age needs to be able to move freely and easily. And the key to that is giving your joints and muscles the opportunity to stretch and maintain their full range of motion. When you're younger, your body can bounce back a little easier. You can go from sitting all day to getting up and running without feeling too stiff. But as we age, those stretches, those movements we once took for granted, become even more important. Joints start to stiffen when they aren't used regularly, and muscles begin to shorten. The beauty of stretching and mobility work is that it allows you to regain that freedom of movement without having to push yourself too hard. It's not about flexibility contests or contorting your body into shapes you see on Instagram. It's about giving your body the freedom to bend, reach, and twist without discomfort. It's about reawakening those muscles and joints that may have grown a little sluggish or stiff over time. Think about this for a second. How often do you find yourself sitting, whether at work, watching TV, or even reading a book? A lot of us spend much of our time in one position, which is fine for short periods. But if we don't get up and move, or at the very least stretch, those muscles and joints don't get the activity they need. You might notice that after a long period of sitting, you feel stiff when you finally get up. That's because your body wasn't moving, and muscles and joints that aren't used regularly lose their flexibility. But just like any other part of the body, the more we use it, the better it works. This is why I want to emphasize how important stretching is in the process of staying fit and mobile, particularly as we age. Now, stretching doesn't have to mean complex yoga poses or holding positions for long minutes. It can be simple, and it can be done in a way that works with your body, not against it. In fact, I want you to forget about what you've seen on the internet or in the gym. This is about you, your body, your pace, your comfort zone. We're talking about everyday stretches that'll keep your muscles long, limber, and ready for whatever life throws at you. These stretches won't just help you feel better now. They'll keep you moving and feeling good years down the road. 2. Let's start at the top, your neck. We carry so much tension in our neck and shoulders, and this can affect everything from our posture to our mood. Whether it's from sitting at a desk for long hours or from just a natural aging process, neck stiffness is something almost everyone faces. But a few simple neck stretches can make a world of difference. Start with some gentle neck tilts. Slowly drop your ear toward one shoulder, hold it for a moment, and then do the same on the other side. This stretch helps lengthen the muscles in your neck and shoulders. But don't rush it. Move slowly, breathe deeply, and let your body feel the stretch rather than forcing it. Next, let's move to your shoulders. For many people, shoulders are a trouble spot, especially after sitting or hunching forward. A lot of us tend to sit with rounded shoulders, which can lead to stiffness and discomfort. To combat this, I suggest you try shoulder rolls. Begin by gently rolling your shoulders forward in a circular motion and then reverse it. This not only helps relieve tension, but it also promotes better posture, which can help you breathe easier and feel more confident. And speaking of posture, good posture isn't just for standing tall. It starts in your core with a strong spine, and that means stretching your back, too. One of the best stretches for this is a gentle spinal twist. Sitting in a chair, keep your feet planted on the floor. Turn your upper body to one side, using your hands to gently deepen the stretch. This not only stretches the muscles along your spine, but also opens up the chest and shoulders. It helps maintain mobility in your back, something that can really benefit your overall well-being, especially as you age. When your back feels stiff, you may notice that your hips are tight too. These muscles, often neglected, are responsible for much of your mobility, so they deserve attention. To stretch the hips, a simple seated figure 4 stretch works wonders. Cross one ankle over the opposite knee and gently press down on the cross leg. This will stretch the outer hips and glutes, and you'll feel in areas where stiffness tends to build up over time. But again, the key here is to listen to your body. No need to push too hard. If it feels good, stay there. If it feels tight, ease off a little. The idea is to help the muscles release, not to force them into a deeper stretch. Don't forget your hamstrings and quads. Your legs are the foundation of everything you do, so they need to be flexible and strong. For the hamstrings, a seated forward bend can work wonders. Sitting up straight, gently bend at the hips, reaching toward your feet. Feel the stretch in the back of your thighs. Go only as far as you can without discomfort. You'll be amazed at how quickly your flexibility improves when you keep at it. And your quads, the muscles in the front of your thighs, are often overlooked in stretching routines, but they play a critical role in balance and mobility. To stretch them, try a simple standing quad stretch. Stand tall and hold on to a chair or wall for balance. Then grab your ankle and gently pull your foot toward your glutes. This targets the front of your thighs and helps maintain mobility in your knees. It's a great stretch to do before or after any movement. Now, don't underestimate the importance of stretching your calves and ankles. These muscles and joints are often the first to feel stiff as we age. By stretching them regularly, you improve your balance and stability. Critical factors in fall prevention. Simply stand with your feet about hip-width apart and slowly rise up onto your toes, then lower back down. This simple calf raise not only stretches your calves, but also strengthens them, helping you with stability and mobility as you go about your day. And let's not forget your wrists and hands. As we get older, we tend to lose some of the dexterity in our hands and wrists. You can counteract that by doing a simple wrist stretch. Stretch your fingers wide. Hold them there for a moment, then relax them. This stretches the muscles in your hands and forearms, areas that often get tight from writing, typing, or holding on to things throughout the day. Also, gently stretching your wrists in all directions will improve range of motion and prevent stiffness. Now, I want you to remember something important. It's not about how much flexibility you have today. It's about consistency. Stretching doesn't need to be an hour-long commitment. Just 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes before bed, and whenever you need to refresh yourself during the day will go a long way. Stretching isn't about reaching some end goal. It's about creating a habit of taking care of your body every day, even if it's just a little bit at a time. I also want to emphasize that stretching is not just about keeping your body in good shape. It's about preventing injury and staying functional. Think of your body like a car. If you drive it for years without maintenance, things start to wear out. But if you perform small, regular maintenance, checking the oil, rotating the tires, cleaning the windows, it runs smoothly longer. Stretching and mobility work are like that regular checkup. It's the simple but essential care that keeps your body running well day after day. And the beauty of this is that anyone can start. If you're 50, 60, or even older, it's never too late to incorporate these gentle stretches into your daily routine. They're designed to meet you where you are. You don't have to be flexible or in perfect shape to start. What's important is that you begin. The more you practice, the more you'll notice the difference, not just in how your body feels, but in your energy levels, your mood, and your ability to keep doing the things you love. This is your body. You get to take care of it. And stretching, this simple act of slowing down and moving with intention, is one of the best ways you can honor it. Now that we've covered the importance of stretching and mobility, let's dive into a critical aspect of fitness that many people overlook: strength training. When we think about staying fit, we often think of cardio, flexibility, or even high-intensity exercises. But strength training is a cornerstone of staying strong, independent, and injury-free as we age. Strength isn't just about building big muscles or looking like a bodybuilder. It's about maintaining the muscle mass and bone density that support your body's movements every day. Without strength, even basic tasks like getting up from a chair, climbing stairs, or carrying groceries become challenging. Now, here's the good news. You don't need to lift heavy weights or go to gym to build strength. You have everything you need right at home, often using just your body weight and a few household items. This means that no matter where you are, no matter what your starting point is, you can work on building strength that'll serve you for years to come. The goal of this part of the routine is to empower you to work smarter, not harder. Building strength doesn't require grueling hours at the gym. It requires consistency, form, and dedication to exercises that engage multiple muscle groups at once. The best part? You can do these exercises in the comfort of your own home, at your own pace, without ever needing to buy a single piece of expensive equipment. Let's start with some of the most fundamental bodyweight exercises. These exercises require nothing but your body, and they can be adapted to your current fitness level. The first exercise I want to introduce you to is the wall push-up. Push-ups are often seen as an advanced exercise, but a wall push-up is a perfect way to start building up a body's strength if you're not quite ready for the traditional push-up. Stand about an arm's length away from a wall. Place your palms on a wall at shoulder height and lower yourself toward the wall by bending your elbows, then push back up. You're working your chest, shoulders, and triceps with this movement, and it's a great way to activate the muscles you use every day to push, lift, and carry things. If this feels too easy over time, you can progress to doing push-ups on the floor or even incline push-ups on the edge of a couch or low table. Another excellent bodyweight exercise that's perfect for building lower body strength is the chair squat. This is a fantastic way to work your legs, glutes, and core without needing a squat rack or any heavy weights. Find a sturdy chair and stand in front of it with your feet hip-width apart. Slowly lower your hips toward the chair, as though you're going to sit down. But just before you touch the chair, push yourself back up to standing. This simple movement strengthens your quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes, all of which are crucial for maintaining mobility and balance. As you become stronger, you can add variations to challenge yourself, such as holding on to a light household item like a water bottle or a small bag of rice for added resistance. Building strength in your legs is crucial because your legs are the foundation of your entire body's movement. One of the most important muscles to strengthen, especially as we age, is the gluteus muscle, the muscle group that makes up your buttocks. Your glutes play a key role in balance, posture, and walking, and are often neglected in many traditional exercise routines. To work your glutes, you can do simple step-ups. Find a sturdy step, stool, or even a small set of stairs. Step one foot up, then bring your other foot up to meet it. Step down with the same foot and repeat. You can alternate legs to make sure both sides of your body are equally strong. This movement strengthens your glutes, quads, and calves, while also improving your balance and coordination. As you get stronger, try using a higher step or adding weight to make the exercise more challenging. But strength training isn't just about your legs and arms. It's equally important to focus on your core. Your core is the center of your body's strength. It stabilizes you during nearly every movement you make. A strong core helps prevent falls, improves posture, and supports your spine, which is especially important as we age. One of the simplest and most effective exercises for core strength is the plank. Now, don't be intimidated by the word plank. You don't have to hold it for minutes on end to reap the benefits. Start by lying flat on your stomach, then raise your body onto your forearms and toes, keeping your body in a straight line. If this feels too challenging, you can modify the plank by dropping your knees to floor. Aim to hold the position for 10 to 15 seconds, gradually building up the time as your core gets stronger. As you get more comfortable with the basic plank, you can try side planks or leg lifts to further engage different parts of your core. Core exercises don't have to be limited to planks. Another great movement for strengthening your core is the bird dog. Start on your hands and knees, with your wrists directly under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Slowly extend your right arm straight in front of you, while simultaneously extending your left leg straight behind you. Hold this position for a moment, then return to the starting position and switch sides. This exercise engages both your core and your back muscles, improving stability and coordination. It's a great way to work on your balance as well, which is a key factor in preventing falls as we get older. For those of you who want to add a little more resistance, using household items can make a huge difference in building strength. You don't need a set of dumbbells to get a great workout. Simple items you already have at home, like cans of food, water jugs, or even a backpack filled with books, can provide the resistance you need to challenge your muscles. For example, you can use a water jug for bicep curls, holding the jug in your hand and curling it toward your shoulder. Or use a small can of food for overhead presses, pressing the can from your shoulders up toward the ceiling. These movements help build muscle tone in your arms and shoulders, and they can be done with anything from a can of beans to a large bottle of detergent. The key is to find items that offer enough resistance to make your muscles work, but not so much that you compromise your form. I also want to talk a bit about working your back. We often focus on the front muscles of the body, the chest, the abs, and the legs, but neglecting the back can lead to poor posture and discomfort, particularly in the neck and shoulders. Strengthening the muscles in your back is crucial for maintaining an upright, strong posture. A great exercise for this is the seated row, which you can do with a resistance band or a towel. To perform a seated row, sit on the floor with your legs extended in front of you. Wrap a resistance band around your feet or hold a towel with both hands and pull the band or towel toward your body, squeezing your shoulder blades together. This exercise strengthens your upper back, helping you stand taller and move with more ease. Incorporating these simple at-home strength exercises into your routine will help you develop the strength needed to stay independent, active, and confident in your everyday activities. The great thing about these movements is that they can be adapted to fit your needs, and you can increase or decrease the intensity depending on how your body feels. The more consistent you are with your strength training, the more you'll notice improvements, not just in how you feel, but in how you move and how you're able to live your life. The ultimate goal here isn't to see dramatic changes overnight. It's about progress, even if it's small, and building a consistent habit that you can keep for years to come. When you stay strong, you stay independent, and that's the most empowering thing you can do for yourself. So, remember, you don't need heavy weights or a gym membership to stay strong. All you need is a little space, a few household items, and a commitment to move your body in ways that will keep you fit and functional for the long haul. Now that we've covered stretching and strength, it's time to discuss one of the most important yet often overlooked aspects of staying fit, especially at home: low-impact cardio. Cardio is essential for maintaining heart health, improving circulation, boosting energy, and even lifting your mood. And while many people think of running, cycling, or long gym sessions when they hear cardio, I want to remind you that it doesn't have to be intense or high impact. In fact, low-impact cardio can be just as effective and much safer for your joints, especially if you're starting out or working around any existing mobility issues. The beauty of low-impact cardio is that it can be done almost anywhere without any special equipment or even much space. You don't need to sign up for a marathon or jump on a treadmill to get the benefits of cardiovascular exercise. The idea here is to find movements that get your heart pumping, increase your circulation, and improve your stamina without putting unnecessary stress on your joints. And the best part? You can do it from the comfort of your living room, a bedroom, or any space that's available to you. One of the simplest and most effective ways to get your heart rate up is by marching in place. It might sound a little too easy, but don't underestimate the power of this simple movement. By lifting your knees higher and pumping your arms, you can increase the intensity of the exercise while still keeping it gentle on your knees, hips, and back. Marching in place is a great warm-up and can be done for 5 to 10 minutes as part of your daily routine. It's a full-body exercise that engages your lower body and helps improve coordination. Plus, it's easy to modify. If you're feeling good and want to raise the intensity, you can add in side steps, knee lifts, or even some gentle twists of the torso. The idea is to keep moving. Keep your body in motion and let your heart rate rise. Next up is stepping. We're not talking about high-intensity step aerobics here. Just simple stepping. You can use a low step or even a sturdy, flat surface like the bottom step of the staircase or the edge of your sofa. Step up with one foot, then the other, and step down in reverse order. This movement is low impact, yet effective at strengthening the legs, improving balance, and getting your heart rate up. As you continue to step up and down, you'll feel your cardiovascular system working without having to jump or run. Again, the key here is to keep the movement consistent. If you need a break, take it, but then come right back into the stepping. If you want to increase the intensity, you can add in a little more challenge by using a higher step or performing this exercise faster. If you're feeling confident, you could also alternate between stepping with your right foot leading and your left foot leading, which helps engage different muscle groups and prevents you from getting too repetitive. This low-impact movement also mimics the motion you use when walking, which means it's a great way to keep your walking skills sharp. Just like marching in place, stepping is highly adaptable and can be done for longer or shorter periods, depending on your fitness level and how you're feeling. Now, let's talk about dancing. Yes, dancing. It's one of the most enjoyable and effective forms of low-impact cardio, and it doesn't require any fancy choreography. You can just put on your favorite music, something that gets you moving, and let yourself enjoy the rhythm, whether it's swaying side to side, tapping your feet, or doing a little more structured dancing. You'll be surprised at how much cardio you can get from dancing around your living room. Plus, it's a mood booster. Music has been shown to lift your spirits, and dancing, even at a slower pace, can reduce stress and make you feel energized. If dancing is something you enjoy but feel unsure about how to start, consider trying low-impact dance routines. These are widely available online or can be found in apps designed for fitness. Many of these routines are designed for older adults, and they provide a structured way to follow along with music while focusing on movement that's gentle on your body. These routines might include movements like step touches, slow leg lifts, or side steps, all of which help get your heart pumping while keeping the impact low. Whether you follow a specific routine or just move however feels natural, dancing is an excellent way to add variety and fun to your fitness program. For those who prefer a more traditional approach to walking, don't overlook the option of an indoor walking circuit. You don't have to have a lot of space to walk in place or make circles around your house. Simply find a room, hallway, or even your living room and set a timer for 10 to 15 minutes. Walk at a pace that feels comfortable, but brisk enough to get your heart rate up. You can alternate between fast walking, slower walking, and adding in some gentle arm swings. Every so often, try walking backward for a few steps to engage different muscles in your legs and improve your coordination. Indoor walking circuits are incredibly effective, especially for people who find it difficult to go outside or prefer the comfort of their own home. The key to low-impact cardio is consistency. You don't need to do a long, intense session to experience the benefits. Even just 20 to 30 minutes of movement a day, spread throughout the day, will make a difference. You'll notice an increase in your stamina, and you'll start to feel more energized overall. Regular cardio will also help reduce the risk of chronic conditions like heart disease, diabetes, and high blood pressure. Plus, getting that heart rate up improves circulation and helps you sleep better at night. It's about more than just burning calories. It's about taking care of your heart and your body for the long term. But let's talk about breathing for a second. It's easy to forget about how we breathe when we're exercising, but it's critical. Breathing properly during cardio helps you keep your stamina and prevents you from getting too winded. A simple rule to remember is to inhale deeply through your nose and exhale through your mouth. If you're marching, stepping, or dancing, focus on your breath and try to maintain a steady rhythm. This will help you maintain control and avoid getting too fatigued. It's also a good way to manage any anxiety or stress you might be feeling. By focusing on your breath, you stay present and in control of your body. Another thing to remember is the importance of hydration. Cardio, even at low impact, can make you sweat, and staying hydrated is crucial. Dehydration can leave you feeling sluggish and can impact your performance. So make sure to drink water before, during, and after your workout. If you're doing a longer session or sweating more than usual, keep a bottle of water nearby to sip on as you move. One of the most powerful benefits of low-impact cardio is that it can be tailored to fit your needs. If you have joint issues, are recovering from an injury, or are simply not used to working out, you can still enjoy all the benefits of cardio without straining your body. The movement options we've talked about, marching, stepping, dancing, and walking, can be modified to be easier or harder depending on how your body feels that day. On days when you're feeling particularly good, you might opt to step it up a bit. On other days, when you're tired or dealing with stiffness, you can take it easy and still get the heart-healthy benefits. The goal is to find a pace that works for you and to stick with it consistently. Cardio also plays a huge role in maintaining your mental health. It has been shown that regular cardiovascular exercise can reduce symptoms of depression and anxiety, improve mood, and even boost cognitive function. When you keep moving, you're not just improving your heart health. You're improving your brain health, too. It's the type of exercise that not only strengthens your body, but also supports your mind, helping you stay sharp, focused, and more resilient to life stresses. So, remember, cardio doesn't have to mean jumping, running, or pushing yourself to your limits. It's about finding movements you enjoy, movements that get your heart pumping without putting strain on your joints. It's about making small, consistent changes in your daily routine to improve your overall health and well-being. Whether you're marching in place, stepping, dancing, or walking around your house, low-impact cardio is one of the easiest and most accessible ways to improve your fitness. Without stepping foot in a gym, as we've discussed, staying active and working on flexibility, strength, and cardio are key components of fitness at home. But even more crucial to a sustainable fitness journey, especially as we age, is ensuring that your approach to exercise is done safely, consistently, and with proper recovery. A lot of people dive into a fitness routine with high hopes, but they often face setbacks due to injury or burnout. This part of your fitness journey is about keeping yourself safe, maintaining consistency without overdoing it, and ensuring your body has the time it needs to rest and recover so you can keep moving forward in the long run. The first thing we need to address is injury prevention. Injuries can derail progress quickly, and as we age, we become more vulnerable to strains, sprains, and even fractures. The good news is that many injuries are preventable. Proper form is essential. Whether you're doing a stretch, strength exercise, or low-impact cardio, always focus on your posture and technique. This doesn't mean you need to become an expert, but you do need to pay attention to the basic principles of alignment and control. For example, when doing squats, whether chair squats or regular squats, make sure that your knees don't extend past your toes, which can put unnecessary strain on your joints. With push-ups, ensure that your hands are positioned at shoulder width and your body remains in a straight line from head to heels. If at any point something doesn't feel right, it's important to stop, reassess your form, and make adjustments. Equally important is listening to your body. There's a saying, pain is your body's way of telling you something is wrong. If you feel sharp or acute pain during any exercise, stop immediately. There's a difference between muscle fatigue, which feels like a dull burn, and actual pain, which can signal that something is strained or wrong. Never push through pain. For instance, if you're doing a stretch and suddenly feel a sharp twinge in your back, stop and reassess. The same goes for strength exercises. If something feels off during a squat, a push-up, or any other movement, stop and check your form. If you don't feel comfortable with a certain movement, that's okay. There are always modifications available to help you continue working safely. As you continue to exercise, your body will need time to adapt. This brings us to consistency. Fitness is a long-term journey, not a short-term sprint. In the beginning, you might feel motivated and want to push yourself to do as much as possible, but consistency and gradual progression are what lead to long-lasting results. You don't need to do an intense workout every day to get fit. You just need to stay consistent. Find a routine that works for you and make it part of your daily life. For instance, if you're doing 20-minute walking circuits at home, make that your go-to and try to do it 5 times a week. As you build strength and stamina, you can increase the duration or add in some more challenging exercises to continue progressing. But remember, it's not all about quantity. It's about maintaining consistency. On days when you feel more tired or aren't able to do your regular workout, it's okay to scale back. You don't have to do the same exact routine every time, and you certainly don't need to push yourself to the limit. Sometimes, simply stretching, walking around the house, or doing a short low-impact workout is enough to stay consistent without overwhelming your body. Consistency is about making small, incremental improvements over time, which, when combined, lead to substantial results. Another aspect of fitness that's often neglected, but crucial to the overall process, is recovery. When we talk about fitness, we often focus on the exercises themselves, the stretches, the strength work, the cardio. But the body doesn't actually get stronger during exercise. It gets stronger when it's resting and recovering. Recovery is essential because it allows your muscles to repair and rebuild, making them stronger for the next workout. If you're constantly working out without allowing your muscles to recover, you're more likely to experience fatigue, soreness, and even injury. One of the easiest ways to ensure you're getting proper recovery is by incorporating rest days into your routine. Rest doesn't mean complete inactivity. It simply means giving your muscles time to recover from the stress of exercise. A rest day could involve walking, light stretching, or even doing some gentle mobility work. But it's a day where you're not putting intense strain on your body. In fact, taking regular rest days is just as important as the workouts themselves. Your body needs time to repair and adapt, and rest is when this happens. Another key to recovery is proper hydration. Water plays a huge role in muscle recovery. When you exercise, you lose fluids through sweat, and it's important to replace those fluids to avoid dehydration, which can impair your body's ability to recover. Make sure you're drinking enough water before, during, and after your workouts. A good rule of thumb is to drink at least 8 ounces of water every 30 minutes while exercising, and more if you're sweating a lot. Hydration supports muscle function, joint lubrication, and overall energy, so it's an easy but essential part of your recovery routine. Sleep is another critical factor when it comes to recovery. A good night's sleep allows your body to repair itself, replenish energy stores, and regulate hormones that affect muscle growth and recovery. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night, as this is when the body does most of its repair work. If you're not getting enough sleep, you might feel more fatigued during workouts, and recovery will be slower. Quality sleep also reduces the risk of injury, improves mental focus, and helps with overall mood. In addition to rest, hydration, and sleep, there are other recovery practices you can incorporate into your routine to support your body's healing process. One of these is active recovery. Active recovery doesn't mean pushing yourself hard. It means engaging in gentle movement that helps promote blood flow and keeps muscles from stiffening up. This could be something as simple as taking a leisurely walk, doing some light stretching, or even using a foam roller to release tension in your muscles. Active recovery is a great way to stay mobile while still allowing your body time to heal. You should also take care of your joints. Joint health is a major consideration, especially as we age. So it's important to incorporate exercises and stretches that promote joint mobility and flexibility. One of the best ways to ensure joint health is to move regularly, as we've discussed. But you can also benefit from adding low-impact exercises like swimming, cycling, or using an elliptical machine to promote joint health. If you're experiencing joint pain or stiffness, it may be helpful to see a healthcare professional who can guide you on specific exercises or stretches tailored to your needs. Adapting your workouts for specific concerns like arthritis, knee pain, or balance issues is also crucial. If you have arthritis, for example, you can still exercise, but you should choose movements that don't aggravate the joints. Chair exercises, gentle stretching, and water-based workouts can be great alternatives for those with joint pain. For those with balance concerns, working on balance-specific exercises like standing on one leg or doing heel-to-toe walking can help improve stability over time. If you're not sure how to modify your routine, it might be helpful to speak to a physical therapist who can guide you on safe exercises for your particular needs. As you progress in your fitness journey, always remember that it's about long-term success, not quick results. You're building a foundation of strength, flexibility, and cardiovascular health that will serve you for the rest of your life. Take the time to rest, recover, and take care of your body so that you can continue to enjoy a healthy, active lifestyle well into your later years. Consistency, safety, and proper recovery will ensure that you can maintain the independence and energy you want for the long haul. Fitness is a lifelong practice, and by taking care of yourself today, you're setting yourself up for a healthier tomorrow. As we bring this conversation to a close, I want to take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed and the journey you're about to embark on. Fitness after 50 or any age isn't about perfection. It's about progress. It's about making small changes, taking one step at a time, and building habits that support your long-term health, independence, and vitality. You don't need to have a gym membership, fancy equipment, or a personal trainer to start getting stronger. All you need is the will to move and the willingness to take action. Remember, this journey is about taking care of your body so it can continue serving you well in all aspects of life. As we age, we face different challenges, but we also gain invaluable wisdom, experience, and understanding of what our bodies need. The key is to approach fitness with the same mindset that you've used to overcome challenges in the past, with patience, persistence, and the knowledge that every step forward, no matter how small, is still progress. In this video, we've covered a variety of exercises that are accessible, safe, and designed to fit into your life, right in your home, without the need for a gym. From stretching to strength training, low-impact cardio, and tips for staying safe, each of these movements serves a larger purpose. It's not just about building muscle or improving endurance, though those are important. It's about strengthening your bones, improving your posture, enhancing your balance, boosting your mood, and most importantly, ensuring that you're taking the right steps to maintain your independence for as long as possible. Take a moment to think about the larger picture. Every time you make a conscious decision to move, to stretch, to strengthen your body, you're investing in your future. You're protecting yourself from the risks of being sedentary. You're reducing the likelihood of falls, improving your heart health, and enhancing your brain function. It's not about doing an intense workout every day or pushing your body to its limits. It's about being consistent, staying active, and doing what you can when you can. This consistency is the key to building strength and maintaining a healthy lifestyle well into your later years. One of the greatest gifts that movement offers is the ability to maintain your freedom. When you're physically active, you can enjoy the activities that you love for longer, whether it's play with your grandchildren, gardening, walking to the park, traveling, or simply getting out of bed without stiffness or discomfort. Staying active makes it easier to enjoy life on your terms. I've seen so many individuals who, despite being well into their 70s, 80s, and beyond, remain stronger than many people half their age. How? Because they kept moving. They didn't wait for the perfect time to start. They started with what they could do when they could do it, and they built from there. That's the power of consistency. It's the secret to long-term success. The people I've met who are thriving well into their later years are not necessarily the ones who worked out the hardest or the longest. They're the ones who showed up consistently, even if just for a few minutes every day. They're the ones who made movement part of their routine, whether it was a daily walk, some gentle stretching, or a few strength exercises in the comfort of their homes. And let's not forget the importance of patience. It can be frustrating when progress feels slow, but that's a natural part of the process. Your body may not respond immediately to the changes you're making, but over time, you will start to notice the difference. You'll feel stronger, more mobile, and more energized. These changes may not always show up on a scale or in a measurable way, but they'll show up in your day-to-day life. You'll have more stamina to keep up with your grandkids. You'll feel more confident when you stand up from a chair or climb a staircase, and you'll be able to enjoy life's simple pleasures with greater ease. Let's talk about mindset for a moment. How we think about exercise, aging, and our health can dramatically affect the way we experience those things. If you approach fitness as something that's just for the young, or as something you have to do in a gym, you might be setting yourself up for failure. But if you start to see fitness as something that's for you, something that's accessible, and something that enhances the quality of your life, it becomes easier to stay committed. You are never too old to start. Whether you've been inactive for years or you've been going strong, it's never too late to make positive changes. You don't have to jump into intense workouts or drastically change your routine overnight. Start where you are with what you have and build from there. Celebrate your successes, no matter how small they may seem. Each time you show up for yourself, you're making progress toward a stronger, healthier version of yourself. Safety is another key aspect of your fitness journey. As we discussed earlier, it's important to listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, stop and reassess. If you're unsure about an exercise or movement, don't hesitate to modify it or seek guidance from a healthcare professional. Your safety should always come first. It's also important to remember that recovery is just as crucial as the workout itself. Give your body the rest it needs to repair and rebuild. Rest doesn't mean inactivity. It just means taking a step back to allow your muscles to recover and to ensure that you're not overworking yourself. But above all, don't forget to have fun with it. Fitness doesn't have to be a chore. It doesn't have to be something you dread. Find activities that you enjoy and that make you feel good. It could be dancing around to your favorite music, taking a walk outside to enjoy the fresh air, or simply stretching while you watch TV. Movement doesn't have to be a structured workout to have a positive impact on your health. If you find joy in it, you'll stick with it. As you go forward, remember that fitness is a lifelong journey. It's not about achieving perfection or hitting specific milestones. It's about maintaining your independence, your energy, and your quality of life. By consistently making small, intentional choices to move your body, you're ensuring that you'll be able to enjoy the things that matter most to you, whether it's traveling, spending time with family, or simply waking up each day feeling good. Consistency is key, but it's also about finding balance. Don't be too hard on yourself if you miss a workout or have a day where you don't feel up to it. Life happens, and it's okay to take a break. Just get back to it the next day. Fitness is about creating a sustainable routine that fits into your life and allows you to maintain your strength and vitality over time. The ultimate goal is to make movement a part of who you are, a habit that supports every aspect of your life. So let's recap. You don't need a gym to stay strong. You don't need fancy equipment or a personal trainer. You have everything you need right where you are. With consistency, patience, and a focus on safety and recovery, you can build strength, improve your mobility, and boost your energy, all in the comfort of your own home. You are capable of more than you realize, and with every small step forward, you are getting closer to the healthier, stronger version of yourself. I encourage you to take the first step today. Whether it's a simple stretch, a short walk, or a few strength exercises, get moving. And when you do, remember that you're not just exercising for today, you're investing in your future. A future where you can enjoy life on your terms, with the energy, independence, and vitality that come from staying active and strong. Before I sign off, I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope this video has provided you with the tools, the motivation, and the encouragement to make fitness a part of your daily life. If you found this helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your progress, and your favorite exercises in the comments. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with all the upcoming content we have for you. Next week, we'll be diving into another important topic: how to keep your brain sharp and focused after 50. Stay tuned for that. And until then, remember, you don't need fancy tools. You are the tool. You have the power within you to stay fit, healthy, and strong. So take it one step at a time and keep moving forward.